Hello everyone, welcome to our Bible story time. Today we will learn about Jeremiah, a prophet who shared God's messages with his people. Jeremiah's story teaches us that God cares about our hearts and wants us to trust him. Even when life feels difficult, God always has a good plan and never stops loving us. One of the biggest lessons from Jeremiah is that God loves us deeply and wants to be our best friend. Sometimes people make mistakes and choose the wrong path. But God lovingly guides us back. When we trust him and follow his ways, he helps us walk on a better road each day. Jeremiah was still young when God called him to be a prophet. He felt nervous and thought he was too young for such an important job. But God encouraged him and promised to be with him. This reminds us that God can use anyone, no matter their age, to do something meaningful. God had given his people a beautiful land and many blessings. Sadly, they stopped listening to him and began doing things their own way. Their choices brought trouble instead of peace. This teaches us that God's instructions are not meant to limit us. They are given to help and protect us. Jeremiah used the picture of two water jars to teach an important lesson. One jar was like a fountain filled with fresh water, while the other was cracked and empty. God is like the living water that gives life and joy. When we trust other things more than God, we become empty inside. Jeremiah also spoke about a potter shaping clay. Just as a potter carefully forms a beautiful pot, God lovingly shapes our lives. Soft clay can be molded, but hard clay resists. When we listen to God and learn from him, he helps us grow into the people he created us to be. Jeremiah showed two baskets of figs. One basket had good fruit, and the other had bad fruit. The good fruit represented people who listened to God and trusted him. The bad fruit represented those who refused his guidance. Our choices matter, and listening to God helps our lives become fruitful and strong. Because the people kept choosing the wrong path, God allowed them to spend time in Babylon. It was a difficult season, but God's purpose was not to destroy them. He wanted them to learn, change, and return to him. Sometimes challenges can help us grow wiser and stronger in faith. Even during that sad time, Jeremiah brought a message of hope. God promised that he still loved his people and had a future prepared for them. This wonderful promise reminds us that God never forgets us. No matter how hard life becomes, we can trust that he is still working for our good. God promised a new and wonderful relationship with his people. Instead of rules written only on stone, God wanted his love and truth written on their hearts. When we love God from the inside, obeying him becomes more than following rules. It becomes a joyful way of living each day. Jeremiah's lessons can guide us every day. We can stay soft and teachable like clay, depend on God like fresh water, and show love and trust from our hearts. When we choose God's way, we avoid many troubles and experience the peace and joy that he wants for us. Jeremiah's story reminds us that even when people make mistakes, God never stops loving them. He patiently shapes lives, offers hope, and keeps his promises. We can trust him, listen to his guidance, and follow his ways each day. Thank you for watching. God bless you. See you next time. Goodbye.